ine noganeti kuraria ebiasara biao emeyega gose kuraria kugo kwa gwetera KCTV gose noganeti tugakire chibicha gose kubwata chi video chimeyega buna amatanga chinyange chi birthday baby showers chi anniversary gose video shooting ya matera ne chingero chionse amona live streaming yemeyega yao twakire esimi boigo nabo gutarira chiabisi chitu cha KCTV echo chire ensemo ya nyanchwa enchira ikuru eskuru ya naps gotira gochia ekerore kogoika Olive Grove Avenue soa ime nigo turege itagia kabere korwa ebara KCTV nero umusanyo ase biasara. KCTV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Mwancho mwirane mabengi ya ritweri gari Jumatano tariki 24 mu mutinyo gatano mwaka yoiga na mange turachunya akabato kurigiriria ari agenda twane kigwa kurwa ase county ya Kisii county ya Nyamira wiki county ya Nairobi chingaki abamenyi kurwa sensemili ward ibeno babirwa kumurungane kubatkana amo no bokorero bobegwa banyimbo ase gitaseni Kenya nturago askeri bagote amna nigo egati y'abantu bari bakorera magoso chingaki bairu asensemeyo nigo bakubwato kwa bataranya ko baba kumukurigwa getambo kirokende gyonsi kuri no mange sana turashikunya ko batoko twabe tugosanga mange aberega kone kigwali tko liare rokorwa ase county to ya Kisii county ya Nyamira county ya Nairobi turashikunya ko batoko murekera siasa korwa ase chinsemo ao ime na isko yorgongro gusi abari kibaito ba mangana maya nigo babigete kambi ase chinsemo ao ime na isko yorgongro gusi kone kinga ora Ayatoikeire ime na isko yorgongo rwogusi yoranga boigo nigo omuswa Damaris Nyanchoka oyore omo MCA omochore agenda tukuru esegeto ase aba kwane kingo chibare gwa soke mnechiremo yokonyora obugwenia agoigo bolingo gorirwa fistra obogenda tukonya ko kwane kigwa as teaching and referrals down abogo chinsemo aon ngorwa gusi chingaki Islam okwarigane asensemeiga entangani Ayatoikeire ditkori Jumatano emambia rero nkomanyi amange agantwana kigwa senchera yobukirano boigonyoranga tukunya kabato kurigiriria igoro ye budget eyo era tukunya kabage ko chakigwa yo mwaka 2025-2026 azbuga se committee eyo ekurigiriria budget ime yense ya Kenya ikora wa muno munyakerogo asereta Samuel Atandi nigebegete mirobulisene yo guchikwana kingangu chire korosia budget eyo erira tukunya kabeko gego ikirania amaganio ya omomenyi korwa ase ense ya Kenya kurende tuko cha korwa ase nsemeyo nigo munyakirogo yobwe committee budget ase bunge ase Samuel Atandi aberka gwesokia nagoteba munanire buya oyo kabere omunyakirogo we budget ase bunge enene moskendi nyoro kwa kingo chiare gosika serikali nabo kwa kinga abere gako ya serikali chinga kinyororo nenchire mojo go chukirania amagendero kwa na chinga kecho nigo moskatandi aberka gwesokia nagoteba munanire buya aba Kenya koba abororo aboiga batoru chinga kibagendere tekone kinga budget yo mwaka yoiga 2025-2026 nigera chiko se aba Kenya eligo ikirania amagendero.
So has been asking me to launch the office. So I decided that today let us launch the office. But first of all, let me say that this office is one of the most vibrant offices in Parliament. And I know that the previous office holders have been engaging you more robustly during the budget making process. But I think this is going to be the first engagement that I have with you. And first of all, let me ask you that we work together as an office. And secondly, to say that we have come to the, basically we are starting the budget process for 2025-2026. As you are aware, the estimates were presented to Parliament 2 weeks ago by the Executive, and so the estimates are with us. And over the last 2 weeks, various departmental committees have been engaging with the government agencies so that they can be able to finalize the estimates before being presented to my committee. So from tomorrow, my committee will begin sitting and we'll be listening to departmental committees on their estimates that they want us to approve. So I would like to ask the members of the media to join us starting tomorrow as we begin to go through the figures. But let me first of all say that I am very happy to address you and to say that this is a responsibility that I'm very ready for. As you're aware, I've been in budget committee over the years since I joined Parliament in 2017. And so I'm very much conversant with the budget process. And so my commitment, as I've said before, is that we are going to have a different way of doing budget, where we are going to have a budget that addresses critical issues of the economy, issues that affect the ordinary lives of Kenyans. But more importantly, this budget process is going to ensure that we have equity in the budget making process. In the past, budget committee has been accused of running a sectarian budget or unfair budget. But my commitment to you is that as you will come before us, you will see that we are going to have a budget that is going to address all aspects, all Kenyan needs, all regions, all ethnic groups. And so that's the first commitment I wanted to give you. I also wanted to highlight to you some of the issues that are under discussion as we are going through the budget. One of the issues that you are aware is being discussed more is the fact that the economy continues to borrow. Each and every year the economy continues to borrow, and public debt has become a concern for many people, and especially lawmakers, policymakers. I wanted to share that budget and fiscal deficit are things that must go together. There is no budget, there is no economy that is running a budget that is 100% funded. Any economy, any household must be able to borrow for them to fund budgets. And therefore, I want to dissuade Kenyans that borrowing is going to be part and parcel of a budget making process. But something that I need to highlight is that over the years, especially in the previous regime engaged in wanton borrowing, so that by the time this new regime came into office, we were talking about budget deficits of 8%, fiscal deficit of 8% to GDP. If you check your records properly, you realize that in 2020, 2021 financial year, 2022, 2023 financial year, we were handling a budget deficit of up to 8%. But since this new regime came into force, this deficit has been coming down substantially. And in this financial year, we are talking about a budget deficit of, fiscal deficit of 4.5%. So if you follow up, if you want to track that progress in fiscal deficit, you see that we have come down by about 4%. So I wanted to tell Kenyans that this is very progressive, extremely progressive, because it means that now we are trying to live within the boundaries of our means. We want to run an economy where we can basically fund most of our needs from our own resources. I think that is the reason why we are seeing the deficit substantially coming down. Then another issue that I wanted to address is the mismanagement of the economy. You are aware that the previous regime basically mismanaged this economy. One of the areas that this economy was mismanaged is the fact that a lot of money was borrowed, which was not used for development. From 2013 to 2022, we borrowed more than 8 trillion. But over the same period, amount of money that was spent on development was less than half of that, because every financial year we were spending about 500 billion towards development. If you do that in 10 years, you will have spent only 5 trillion in development. But the amount of money borrowed was about 8 trillion. So that means there was mismanagement of the economy. The other issue that happened is that so many projects were started, especially in the road sector, and some of these projects could not be funded. In the end, when the new regime came into force, we were addressing projects. We were having projects that had stalled. Contractors had gone to court. They were suing the government. for interest and for breach of contract. And so the road sector basically is one of the sectors that has stagnated since the new regime came into force. And when we are looking at the sectors that are going to support the growth of this economy, we identified construction as one of the sectors that will help us to grow the economy. But looking at the pending bills in that sector, we realized that the pending bills in that sector was choking and therefore was affecting the growth of the economy and the performance of the construction sector.
Right, mwanchumure ino mwa yakirogo bwe committee budget ase bunge no muske Samuel Atandi habiriga komochia uyo kabire omunya kirogo bwe committee yo muske ndini nyoro obatkana amuna kiriya genda serikali kurende boigo nigo muske Atandi habiriga otamuna niga committee ya hebegete mirobiri saine yogo chia korosia e budget yo mwako yiga o 2025-2026 ochikwana kinga.
We are going to have a budget that is going to address all aspects, all Kenyan needs, all regions, all ethnic groups, and so that's the first committee I managed to give you. I also wanted to highlight to you some of the issues that are under discussion as we are going through the budget. One of the issues that you are aware is being discussed more is the fact that the economy continues to borrow. Each and every year the economy continues to borrow, and public debt has become a concern for many people, and especially lawmakers, policymakers. I wanted to share that budget and fiscal deficit are things that must go together. There is no budget, there is no economy that is running a budget that is 100% funded. Any economy, any household must be able to borrow for them to fund budgets. And therefore, I want to dissuade Kenyans that borrowing is going to be part and parcel of the budget making process. But something that I need to highlight is that over the years, especially in the previous regime engaged in wanton borrowing, so that by the time this new regime came into office, we were talking about budget deficits of 8%, fiscal deficit of 8% to GDP. If you check your records properly, you realize that in 2021 financial year, 2022-23 financial year, we were handling a budget deficit of up to 8%. But since this new regime came into force, this deficit has been coming down substantially. And in this financial year, we are talking about a budget deficit of, fiscal deficit of 4.5%. So if you follow up, if you want to track that progress in fiscal deficit, you see that we have come down by about 4%. So I wanted to tell Kenyans that this is very progressive, extremely progressive, because it means that now we are trying to live within the boundaries of our means. We want to run an economy where we can basically fund most of our needs from our own resources. I think that is the reason why we are seeing the deficit substantially coming down. Then another issue that I wanted to address is the mismanagement of the economy. You are aware that the previous regime basically mismanaged this economy. One of the areas that this economy was mismanaged is the fact that a lot of money was borrowed, which was not used for development. From 2013 to 2022, we borrowed more than 8 trillion. But over the same period, amount of money that was spent on development was less than half of that, because every financial year we were spending about 500 billion towards development. If you do that in 10 years, you will have spent only 5 trillion in development. But the amount of money borrowed was about 8 trillion. So that means there was mismanagement.
Right, mwanchumure atokwira na asensemelia ya Kiharu mujumbe bwanseme yomuske ndini nyoro ni gabirika gwesoke na kogendera komocha serikali yomuske Dr. William Samoei Ruto asokogendera ko kabesa chibes nyinge emergency ya Kenya na mono okomenta ekerengo kya madeni kogenda ekiwango kigoro mono nona gogo ikaboniga nigo amakabesa ya birika kogenda wika shilingi 1 trillion 11 isato chinga kyo muske ndi nyoro abirika komochia nabo kuikiria serikali yo muske Dr. William Samoei Ruto okwana chinga ke chiboigo ni gabirika go channel muna chibesa chirikia NSSF echo abananchi bako nachua maitigo senchimanyiri oikaboniga ekichigo kora naboigo ase chigo chiagenda egenta abirika komochia na kubuli muske Dr. William Samoei Ruto kwana kinga gochiare koba omotwereru na gotiga ukabesa chibesa elikomenta amadeni yense ya Kenya.
There are things I could never allow when I was in the previous engagement I had of serving the people of Kenya in the previous capacity. And one of the issues that we have to deal with as a country is that deni ya nchi ya Kenya inaongezeka sana. Leo nimeona, jana niliona katika runinga ya NTV, leo nimeona pia kwa gazeti ya kwamba nchi ya Kenya sasa madeni ni 11.3 trillion Kenya shillings. That we have borrowed for the last few months 1 trillion Kenya shillings. The entire President Kibaki's tenure, he borrowed less than 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings. It means we are borrowing in a few months what Kibaki borrowed in 10 years. Sasa tumekopa pesa, imeonekana sasa ni kama wale wanatukopesha wanaleta shida, especially IMF. I know they have a problem in lending to Kenya because of the imprudence in terms of the financial management in our country. Sasa tumetoka hapo, tumeenda njia ya Zambia hapo beleni. The country of Zambia walikopa pesa hapo awali, wakaweka pesa ilikuwa inaonekana kwa vitabu ya serikali kama mkopo, lakini wakakopa ingine ilikuwa imefichwa. I want to alert the people of Kenya, and I want the team from the National Treasury to know that whatever money you are borrowing in the name of securitization, it is illegal borrowing, and that is an egregious behavior. You are borrowing 175 billion Kenya shillings from at the back of fuel levy, the 7 shillings that was introduced last year. And you are borrowing 175 billion Kenya shillings without any deliberation in parliament, without any approval in parliament. I want to alert all those people dealing with securitization. What you are doing is illegal, and it will catch up with you very soon. $175 billion shillings is borrowed, pesa ambayo ni ya kuokota fuel levy for the next 7 years. I want to ask the decision makers, where is Kenya going? Kenya haiendi pahali bwana. Wacheni tukibiza na madeni ya 7 years, mtumie hiyo pesa saa hii. Next 7 years tutahitaji barabara. Next 5 years tutahitaji barabara. So don't overburden the people of Kenya. Na ya kutatanisha, the 175 billion Kenya shillings we are borrowing, by the time we are repaying that money in 7 years, we'll be paying close to 300 billion Kenya shillings. Kwa nini tukope 175 billion? Kwanza ni illegal, haiko kwa vitabu ya serikali, but number 2, at a very high cost. From where I start, from where I sit, that is cannot be allowed. We can play around with everything else, but we cannot afford to play around with the monies that are contributed by the workers of Kenya. We are forcing NSSF to build roads in Kenya. NSSF, kazi yenu na kazi ya NSSF is to make sure that pesa ya workers ile inakuwa contributed, that it is optimally invested. And the only question NSSF must have, pesa ikikuwa invested inaletea wafanyikazi faida gapi? Sasa tumeona kwa sababu iko upungufu kiasi, tumekopa mingi. Now we are forcing NSSF to do public private partnerships. Pesa ya wafanyikazi wa Kenya itumiwe kujenga barabara, ati watakuwa wanalipisha toll.
Right, umoncho muri asa mangana ringa ndret kunya kabankonyora kurwa Assembly County Assembly ya Kisii nigo maega yoko nekingan County Assembly ya Kisii aberege kunya kabage koitia amalieta ya Harun Mausa nabo igo koba omonyakero gogwe body ya public service nigo omoyigo yo kwane kinga babere bagutianigwa against kwane kigwa asensemeli yegeti kya gusi stadium tukolende chibiche chinchi konya kama kolentera mase mo chinga kyomoyigo yo against kwane kigwa chinga kimne chigang kolento kwera na asensemwende nigo abamenyi kurwa sebunge ya Kitutu cha South County ya Kisii bagenda tukoboli gwako yana kingo kibali gwasoke mune nchiremo yokwendera kubwata ibibande okwana chinga ki egati omuganda bw'abantu abange bekeranite ase skuru ya Nyamondo igotoka se wodi abugusero ebunge ya Kitutu cha South County ya Kisii abange nigo babiri bakokera egetambukiro ky'omuske Felix Atisa uyo chageti omurobulyo okubwatia egati ya minyibensemeyo ibibande kwana kingango kibale kuyarigania asobo cholibo mwaka 2027 abange nigo bagokera egetambukire kiga natukomanyigwa n'umurikito Kamilas ngeta
egati abamenyi kurwa chinsemo ohimeye bunge ya Kitutu cha South nigo bagenderetse kogokero kwerikiana kubwata ebibande bosa batari gwakana maigayo muske Dr. Felix Atisa gochakia omurobiryo yo asentuna ya rero nigo baikirana imeye skuru ya Nyamondo yugotsoka imeye ward ya Bogusero
nkuru kwa Edward Makori aiga twali kwa kanachikura Kenya Mundo Primary School ande twikirega iga asenganga yuko muri byabusa katesi y'umushimiro mtarajiwa Daktari Felix Atisa garanga muya cha Kenya kwa agacha bugeka wone turi mu kusero bwose
kuri ya rero twabire no mogoko ikiagera tukugwata ipande twabire cyenga kinyi kitandika tukugwata ipande lakini swango yobono twabire no mogoko ya Felix Atisa doctor ligaretire amangana maya sikenyorgeito
negetambukiro kyagokairwe nabange nonyana barokigwa bechisukuru
yo musara someshimiwa asa oparengeri gentekira okwanya abantu wetu namoro ikuru mandi no bari gaiga bakira sovonge namoro geti bukaba baiga ngo babwatete waiting card uchimulisinga mbara bala no kunyara wadi tambise biko town yanchwa usimusocho usande sibe ndamse biko.
My name is Lena Kemito, a student from St. Vincent's Onisha. I would like to thank Felix Atisa for his identification cards that tusaidia hapo mbele. We want to change our country.
Tugwa karitagani ngambia mono ase omo mugambi uyorete e function ye asoko cha watu bitambuliso byabosa Dr. Felix Atisa ngo tugwa kangambia mono on behalf ya bagaka ni gonacha watabangambia mono ase nare twinyaroka yanega iga yagwate ipande
kubwatsekana nemechando bagwetera chingaki bakwerikia kubwata ebibande ase chiabisi chia serikali
ubu mayane batokonyire kare twarenga kugenda ase atambe lakini bona ikabyecha gesieri asabagaka abangina bari batari kwenyare birema nabo igo nakirengambia mono ase a functionary
kwa tembea maybe unaenda hata Musocho kuchukua ID maybe unatumwa enda Nyanchu ukienda Nyanchu unatumwa rudi Nyakwe ukienda Nyakwe tena unatumwa rudi Bugisero. Aya ukirudi sasa ndio nikasema sawa acha mimi nifumilie nikafumilia ndio sasa Mungu sio Mungu ndio Dr. Felix Atisa ameleta karibu sasa tumechukua urahisi sasa hakuna shida.
Bosio bochori obonebo mwaka w'ekirubere 2025 yamate yonsi ni gobono baburwe gwesokiana kubwata ebibande asobonge bunenchire yemo yokoreta amaunchorelio
tebi abana baichi babwate ebipande ikiagere kigorie kebono gegeke oikagete na kero kibwate document ye ko kwegepande
abantu talikiase bitambulisho gelike asengencho chechiende yose utatokora ikorakane Kenyaga uigotu alikitambulisho talia mangano umunwa talia protest talikende kiro bwate kitambulisho einere sauti yao elire kera kuikabona bichara bigota bamtekete change kakige kuika iyo ntoko bitangani no bwate kitambulisho kiao koboko ose yaya bwate kitambulisho aenendege kuna kuweta bwate sauti lakini kama kitambulisho kiao wote bona njibwate kadi okana no bolemu wako
ko ripoti ya Kisii Television kurega se ward ya Bogusero yugotsoka imeye bunge ya Kitutu cha South County ya Kisii Kamilas ongeta
Right, mwanchi muria tokwira na asense mwende nigo abaibori babori gwe kwana kingo kibale kuligirira na kulinda chimbwa chia abana babo ninchire mo yoko batankurwa ase bikore byo boyi bwe tugo bya biru kwana kiwa anamono kurwa asense melia ye bunge yabo machoga barabo ensemo ye wodi yabo kimonge county ya Kisii ukwana ase mwigabo matanga asense melia ye kinyuru Kenya ngeti ye gotoka ase wodi yabo kimonge yabaraikorwa asensemeyo babire batamna obatkana amono comment kana kubo ibigwe tugo negento kyabirge koirira abanta abange ose kiseiko nyakaba kikone kigwa yabaibori babori gwe kwane kingo kibare korwa abasembwe kya sabana babwe tanga korwa asebikole bingamne
igonare ko bazarra so wanje koino era mani ye itoge bwato bwanje nyo banene aba mansae mbataketio boivi abagusi mbataketio boivi onyago kwenda mansae kiandoreme okore kona yao oirane lakini tuwanyorire mechando konda togo tebinga aba pastor abanda tokona gusaba matuko tari koera omoibi atarabu tuneje wana kwana muno murandi ekiaga twasumbo kirebobe bantu bari korara ege tokene nare ko batem abanta aba baito ba siasa nani nare ko tem ngoi kamura se mwatore tere mechando kombo genda matanga yo manyene tiakora kurama bantu gente kitwagate bigwa bisiari lakini abantu mbara batari koigwa buna bana omugako yo nkyo kumuramira omwari moyo somi abana nkyo kumuramira omochumbe nkiakoro kumuramira ekiagara agacha matanga ochichakurira igogo nale ko basabaso gwaje kwino nyasaba rambulero koboko omulembe nore rogora omonene lakini bali mogo etabo tukona mogaso gona abasoroire ngakamuranje kabantu libaga baligeria bana na kibesa ende bayira bana sukuru bantu bano mbabwati baga bagotara chiza kinde cyose nganenda no bwe bibago na kubwati yasa
abantu bonse no mulembo yo gochaka kurwase chinka cheito ochicha gocha bakoika paka aria serikali enene nabona njira gotebanga asikunera mani yaito gaiga asa matukaya bwango twatwale challenges buna bakwani baitu bakwanira buli tangani oboibi bwanyale ko baboko genda ko bororo nasenge nchabantu balia batagwenereti ose batatege chomolembe nabakunyako bakolenta amangana ya ausareka igona bona bwapirwe kyasa abasayi baito toba abantu bale abangaini ekiagara ekera amangana ya koba naboko nyore bikoba mbire wekyali motu ekera mangana abere tubwatya utaratibu erengia asoko bwatya chombe cheito asoko bwatya nibo cheito nindoche chingoko nchire kyatangase tura limo motu lyatangasete kyaire tukurwaligeta ekero tangase elia chingoko kiri kyabwate twechinde nkyatowete ekiagara ekero ya tangase elia chiete omonto oli gatutete chingoko kigatoka se echaeme ne chine jigayotoka bomba bagalia lakini asenge tangase elia agenda abantu bakaiwa chingoko kiminkerenete na ende bono abarayi baito bali bagutangase binteka byabere kerege ndukiasarekire tietangase myoka saba abatangasaki abaito balegaiga ekiara lingana linkwenda lirare abantu banyora bamanyanga babwatiwe na asikuchiroro gaiga toba abantu bare careful asoko bwatia ebintu byetu bya kiroro gaiga ekiana bokonyoranga abantu balia banyale ko balia babena barwo babekire bikobo eri abantu baito bagende kigobotara tibwengiye kolekane asoko bwatia enibo yaito na namba ya
right mwanchi muri atokwira na asense mwende kubwatkana amo nogotiani gwa gusamalieta ya babire kunyaka bagwetigwa bari baguchigotenera board ya public service board ya county ya Kisii tukulegoro ase county simply nigo moye gabo kwane kingaba igabo onsingo tiani kubare ogendrete kwane kigwasegeti kya gusi stade mukolende chibiche chio ninchi kunyaka bango kolentera ase egeka gitali egetambe kurwa asense meyo kulendo mwanchi muri atokwira na asense mwende kubwatkana amo no kwene kinga ensemeria Public Service Board yabireke gukora emirimo ritukore igoro ni gaba MC banyaka bakwiranira ebikaro byabo ariko nyaka bakwanira enchira bariteti amalieta yaiga kwene kinga abaiga bonse babire umuriki nabo igo munyakirogo bwe ensemeiga ya board ya Public Service ukibare gukora emirimo yabo asenchira yekene nugwasuku turanyaka batukurigiria oroboti uru chinga kingendre to kwariganiria oroboti rwelitko ya rero chinga ki umuyigwa wababere gutianigwa ogenda tukone kigwa asegeti kya gusistadu Unenchere yamo yogo kinia obokoriri ase county ya Kisii emambia lero nigo ebunge ye county assembly ya Kisii yairanira ebikaro byaye unenchere yamo yoko balingolia babere ababete bagochorwa uchiagotenera ensemelia Public Service Board muna omunyakirogo nabo igo umurikyo ye maleta yabere ngamo na Harun Mausa Onguso kochi yakoba omunyakirogo o Public Service Board nabo igo Alfred Murekanyagwo kago chiakoba umuriki asensemelia Public Service Board asa maleta yu anyakoba kulingoli na aba MCA nigo banyaka bagwetia amaleta yo asebate amuna nigo bale tayari gochia kubaterana amuna abo iligo kinia county ya Kisii.
Tumeweza kupitisha hao Wakenya wawili na kile kilichotufurahisha sana ni kuwa one of them ni youth ambaye atakuwa secretary to the board na mmoja ni mwenye ako seasoned and experienced in civil service. Kwa hivyo tumewapa watu wa Kisii County wale watu ambao wamestahili kimasomo na pia kwa interest zao. Huyo ambaye ni youth amekuwa akifanya acting capacity. Kwa hivyo hatujawapa mtu ambaye ni mgeni katika hiyo kazi. Kile ambao tungewasihi wakazi wa Kisii County, mjue vile ilivyosema hakuna mambo ya kupeana hongo ukitafuta kazi.
Okwana chinga kecho nigo muske Henry Muracha oyor muraibu abange ase bunge ye county assembly ya Kisii kubaterana amono muske Denis Ombachi oyo ore omuraibu abake ase bunge county assembly ya Kisii nigo baba gotemna nigo babo to kwigena amona abaiga babere nambachi gokora emirimo yabo asenchira yekene no bwasi oku
rero mambi twikaransire n'abajumbe be bunge yaitu ya Busongo twaeteiri omugavana ito muske Paul Simbarati chairman ye Public Service Board poigone secretary yaye ye service board aba members ya baito bons pia bajumbe etwaitia bantabu bosa totasabeti no nyene siringi
chairman yo nera wane chairman substantive gatatu irwe gasi ne county assembly ya Kisii ndwegenete ngana chakore egasi muganyete ne nyinge kiagara ntotagete abakori egasi barororo chi process chonsi ipi wajakera recruitment, training na also discipline ine regas inde kanene na ode yo mugavana amanyenga chairman ya ward security of Kenya amo eriba gakore emirimo yaye
omuske Henry Muracha anigo boigo abiriga goteba buna nerebuya abaiga bonse babere omuske Harun Mausa Onguso na boigo Alfred Mureka gochia kwana kinga mbali gochigo saba maki andonsi chinga kichokolikwa kwa banyagitari no na balimu ase county ya Kisii
kulingana nelichi kobuna tobwente gokora na barabu toko basaba ekero baguche kulika bande especially abanyagitari aba bale mutugaiga ntoyugwa bunonde mwana inchi onde bwenzo sabiru besa eligerali kubali kubusa esenginjo na barabu mbosa bali kiru
egati ya aba MCA bande niko banyaka bakugikiria na goteamna nerebuya ebodi yiga yanyaka bakego chorwa gochia gokora emirimo yaye asenchera yekene no bwasi ukuna kulika abantu bonsi gwanchire konde gwansi gotayo
ndobwati abali baisaine we need to recruit this egera abana baito as GCD centers bali ba chire through natural attrition bali ba kulikwa bali kweto abantu baitegazi eli gatatu we want abanyagitari baisaine unabagambi bande batebire and other technical areas where we need because one is to 12 years 13 years of revolution we need to move from the brick and mortar aso kwa ajaji para no kwa ajaji school we want now to start bringing the economy of the kids of people to abantu chibese babeke mebuko
esababu yagerete tukarushia abantu bali barengororo bari kulika abantu batari kubwati machiko bagusaba abantu chibesa bakubuta abantu batari kwa abantu promotion igo ebintu mbirantagete ebody ya chairman ye antagerere mungu nona arenge gusukuma abantu bali barenge igarisiko enambeyemo abafanya kazi be serikali nikirudi ngabanyagitari baito ameke sure in the first 100 days igo ni aritimata munkuru abai promotion batagete enambende abantu mbaraga barenge ba defunct local authorities batana kwa promotion no retirement packages chiabo totamanyiti babe very clear na batore tera report assembly ga nande abafanyakazi bonse department chitu kurwa basigari abakwabusa baegwe promotion na enambende amangana naragenderete kurika for the first time simbangu cyari kurika abanyagitari nabwo atangine gutana kurika bantu bandi gutatika position yechiga chiko constituency serikali buna aba chief officer na ministers na aba service board tararika bantu bona kuchikurika n'abanyagitari buna bagerete tukabute body iri nkoro kwa baka isiko bonsi igobone chairman obe maiso sana abantu abekara bakuchikurikwa omekishuo ngabugia kumgodi mbaro nyama ya ukwerende bogirango mate mutichombaro kere wodi anyore
right omuntu murenyoranga boigo na mange mugabana bwe county kana kuru muswa Susan K kaniga kina nabo sio bwe committee ya senate iri gukwanira mangana mange abwatranity e county yo ya nakuru araboti ru ningende ta ukwariganiria ase ensemeiga boigo nigo tkuria lero ababunge banyaka bakumirana amona ushanga initiative araboti ru nigo rwariganirwa n'umurikito David Bonkonyo kankuru ase county ya Nairobi gochindo konyaka bakolentera muraigwensi ya Kenya muske Dr. William Samuel Ruto ritkorigoro niga betega koenana chinyomba echiabiri chikoera cha affordable housing asensemelia mukuru imeye county ya Nairobi okwana chinga kecho nigo muskeru to abirika otamna nigo abirika ukirania egati echira chiria abetega ukwanira na kolira abananchi na chinga kiara egwe oburai ni gara chinya ko konekinga abirika kumukia omwananchi omoke korunse guchia igoron okwana chinga kecho igo ni gagenda kubolia aba Kenya koenda kubwatesia na serikali ya mnechiremo yokonyora amagendero.
Pongezi. Wapi funguo zenu nione, funguo zenu nione. Wale wenye funguo nione kwa mkono. Funguo zenu. Mimi nawaambia pongezi. Wakati nilikuja hapa miaka miwili iliyopita, wengi walinikejeli. Wengi walitukejeli wakasema haiwezekani. Wengine wakasema eti ni uongo. Leo kwa mapenzi ya Mungu, manyumba ni haya, wenyeji ni wale wananchi wa kutoka pale chini, kutoka Mukuru, mahali hakuna choo na maji na stima na barabara. Leo wako hapa katika manyumba haya, mahali kuna barabara, mahali kuna maji na stima, mahali kuna choo. Ni kweli si kweli? Na wauliza watu wa Mukuru, mtu akishahama kutoka Mukuru aingie hapa ghorofa ya 1, 2, 3 mpaka 11. Ameinuka hajainuka? Ametoka chini amepanda hajatoka chini? Ametoka bottom hajatoka bottom? Amesonga hapa hajasonga hapa? Akitoka pale Mukuru aje hapa ni bottom up si bottom up? Ni bottom up si bottom up? Ati ni bottom? Ni bottom? Ati ni bottom? Ati ni bottom? Si kweli jameni. Wakati tulisema bottom up, wengine walikuwa wanafikiri ni hekaya za Abunwasi. Wengine wakafikiri ya kwamba ni hadithi. Leo it is a reality that we live when we say that we are going to lift ordinary citizens, people at the bottom of the pyramid, people living in our slums without sanitation, without proper lighting, without proper drainage, without proper roads, that one day they will live like the rest of Kenyans in decent homes with dignity. We meant it. When we said bottom up, it wasn't a slogan, it was a vision. And today, that vision comes to reality as we move citizens from Mukuru slum to Mukuru new estate, right here.
Right mwancho mreto kwanda sensemo ya kabiri studio mutumo mokego nkoira nani chikonya kabango kumanya alionse ganti kwa nikiwa segetika gusi stadium obatkana amono gwetigwa kwa amalieta ya babiri bari bara chikonya kabango tena ensemelia public service board na boigo ni gaba jumbe banyaka bakumbira na amone ensemelia ushanga initiative chinga kiboigo omugaba na bwe county Trans Nzoia abeteka kubwat kwa litkolegoro amone bond yeshiringi $1 million ngikiri buchimi isano toskale.
KCTV Amande amandegere y'umugusi. Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Marine Dental Clinic ne clinic ye kurigeria maino akigiatire imiorogongo rwa gusi ekiki kutoka ase nyumba ya gusi Mwalimu Plaza emyomo chobosongo igo bakurigeria maino na boigo baruo bosemia ase boigo baguichuria maina ali agogete bayerongia na koenekianga nkoyasibye barekegima boigo nkurusia bara maino ali abwato mochando egatio bokorire bondo bonge bwa maino nigo bakoigora korwari tukoriera ria Jumatatu goika esabato na boigo ngwanchira bare chikad chionsi chobobwenya asamange bakire simi wetrase number 0782116685 Marine Dental Clinic, restoring healthy smiles.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi. Ine noganeti koraria ebiasara biao emeyega gose koraria kugo kwagwetera Kisi TV gose noganeti tugakire chibicha gose kubwata chi video chimeyega buna amatanga chinyange chi birthday baby showers chi anniversary gose video shooting ya matera ne chingero chionse amona live streaming yemeyega yao twakire esimi boigo na bogotarira chiabisi chito cha Kisi TV echo chire ensemo ya nyanchwa enchira ikorwe skuru ya Naps gotira gochia ekerore kogoika Olive Grove Avenue soa ime nigo torege itagia kabere korwa ebara Kisi TV nero umusanyo ase biasara. Kisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Full discount shop neduka embo kigima nende eremerime ya gusi egokoneria bintu ao nande aserigoririo mwananchi kawaida mbabwate gosenkone bari chimashini choko yingira ase bari bagocha kibyasara b'ikinyonzi blow dry ase bari abakwegore byasara b'i salon phone accessories una chichaja agati ebinde binge chi type chonsi chechinde koda abo asura nyore chi aerial na bago chi dish boigomba bwate chi laptop asabana beskuru necho gutumika n'abantabane n'asemerimo ao chi water dispenser, chi fridge, chi type chonsi chi ufa, chi TV chi inch chi PlayStation, amakondo amone chi PA system asibali bakwigora chi kanisa, chi CCTV, chi gas cookers, chi solar panels ne chi battery, electrical wires amona wiring equipment chinde, chi camera, chi remote, chi kettle, chi fan, chi inverter, chi calculator, chi oven, chi extensions kati y'ebintu binde binge. Eriyo kwenyorere bintu ebi byekerero nanda samagole mu buko batalelero asomo cy'obusungo asamaga cyo St Jude mbarabare gose opposite Jua Kali enchira rigeretie main stage. Usuba keresimi ase number 0711 165 947.
Kisi TV amandegere y'umugusi. Eye Kisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
This May, the stage is set, the mic is on and the search begins. From raw vocals to big talent, the search is on for Africa's next hitmaker. Next superstar is here. Premiering May 3rd exclusively on Rainbow TV+. Buy a DTT StarTimes decoder for only 1,399 bob or a DTH for 3,199 shillings to enjoy unlimited entertainment. Join judges Size 8, King Kaka, Motive, hosted by Amina and Butita on Next Superstar. Renew your subscription on DTH Smart Bouquet or DTT Basic Bouquet to enjoy unlimited entertainment. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Toolmania ni msambazaji halali na aliyeidhinishwa wa kampuni ya Inco ambayo imekubalika katika utengenezaji wa vifaa mbalimbali vya ufundi, ukulima miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Vile vile wanauza power tools kama router, spray gun, planner na jigsaw, cordless tools kama drills, grinders, vacuum cleaner, chainsaw na circular miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Measuring tools kama vile tape measure, digital meters na zingine nyingi pia zinapatikana. Pia wana power tools accessories kama drill bits, cutting disc, marble cutter, tile cutter miongoni mwa zingine nyingi. Pia wana hand tools kama spanners, screwdrivers, hacksaw, point brush, testers na handsaws. Pia wana gardening tools kama wheelbarrows, lawn mover, grass cutter, pangas, hedge shears miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Generators, gloves, safety boots, welding tools na pressure washers zinapatikana katika duka hili. Wanapatikana katika mji wa Kisii, Kiangoso Building kando na hospitali ya KTRH. Watakuwa na free giveaways katika bidhaa mbalimbali tarehe 26 mwezi huu wa 5. Kwa mengi zaidi unaweza pia kufikia kupitia nambari ya simu 0105728030. Bidhaa hizi zitauzwa kwa bei ya chini kabisa tarehe 26 mwezi wa 5, ambapo pia mteja atapata free giveaways.
Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Ine aino mwebuli kwabere gwe kwebolia ngayo mwana waragende skuru ya Skyland Friends School yugotoka sichinsemo cha Getare na ryori chiburiao. Obyabo mwana wagosomere skuru eye ngamuna nigo babwato bosombe abalimu abo babwato bumanyi bwaigoro endagira nero amona mache amacheno yokonywa. Babwate ebirasi bisaine school fees yabo nigo ekogenda muno buko bw'umwananchi obutambe na nigo ekobeka chinyigekero chingiyago cha sabana.
Samari tangoro kwa Felix Mayaka, Director Skyline Friends School Kisii ekutoka somo cy'obosongo yangeri bageri ntebya bayibuli bali bonsi bibarera n'abanaka bataite ko irabane school into Skyline tukwadimidire umwana from playgroup mpaka junior school. We remain open ulisito chigo from Monday to Friday saa 2 cyamambya mpaka saa 10.
Samange bakirisimi wetrasi chinamba cyabo 0724273582 wose 0717342880. Skyline Friends School aiga no mwanogo aranyora masomo y'ebirengo bigoro.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi. Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Twatire kuma maine twatire kuma geni uhuru maine otire kuma geni uhuru maine otire kuma uhuru superstores.
Company ya mabati Rolling Mills kuwatirana na Uhuru Superstores bono nkoni abara mabati chingencho ao ayore ya chikara ao kolengana no kugania we customer. Mbabwate no corrugated na box profile ayore ya chigeche 30 na baigo agotoka asichikara ao buna green, brick red, blue, tile red na charcoal gray asibaigo abwate warranty miaka 7. Amabati ande na aria domurangi ayuari ya chigeche 30 na boigari ya chirangi ao buna Bahari Blue, Karura Green, Masai Red, Graphite Grey na Steel Blue. Asiboigo customer iranyore warranty miaka 5 nebere. Tile profile ayare yechigeje 25 na mabati ande uranyora stitch design au abuna oriental elegant tile na versatile ayagotoka asichikara au abuna chocolate charcoal grey maroon na tile red. Siboigo abwate warranty miaka 15. Mbabati boigo amabati ya lifestyle yagotoka asiti design buna roman shingle na wave asichikala ao na gutebenga na abwate warranty myaka 50. Amabati ya yonsi ni gagocha na accessories ao chikokonya wakiranira kubeka amabati ya yasekira makia buna ridges, plain sheets, valleys, batchboards, screws nebinde binge. Abatari rero ase Ouru MRM showroom egotoka ase nyumba ya Ouru complex meyomo chobosongo angena Safaricom house ose JM Towers yegotoka angene bengia credit bank ose obakeresi miase number 0111 161 500.
Wajirengu maimeito wajirengu.
Kisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Kwerana ase ensemo yende nigo litkoria rero ase geti kya Gusii Stadium muigabo gotiani kwa egati yabali bachore twego chia gotenera ensemeli ya Public Service Board ogenda takwane kigwa ase ensemeyo nyoranga boigo aba MCA kurwa ase county ya Kisii anamono kurwa ase county assembly ababete bagweti amaleta yo nigo babiri bagukirana egati yabo mokonyi bo mugavana bo county ya Kisii omuskeri chobebo amone gati yabara ibande abange ababiri ase ensemeyo mninchire mo yo konekinga babiri bakoenekia ogotianigwa kwa abaiga babiri barachikotenera ensemeli ya Public Service Board moyegoyo nigo gentkonekigwa ase ensemeli ya yegeti yechigosoli kya Gusii Stadium aba MCA nabo igabarai nigo baikiranire ase ensemeyo mninchire mo yo konekinga babiri bagochakia nabo kogenderia omurubiri yo nabo igoniga babwato kwigenanga babire bachorwa gochia gotenera munyakirugo nabo igomurikya nigo barachokora emirimo yabo asenchira yekene no gwasuku mugigo yo nigo gende kone MCA nabo igabarai bagendrete gusangirikana asensemeli keti kya Gusii Stadium na kunyako bakone kinga abu bonsi babire bagochia nigo gochaka emirimo yabo limurioka ngani gagocha magaye gati aba MCA oteba munanigo body yiga irachikunya ko bekone kinga yabireke go chake mirimo yae anamona sokuli kwa abanyagitari anamono asensemeli ya permanent and pensionable kuliko kwa balimu achinga kibabire batema munanigo babato kwegena munanigo irachikunya ko bakego kora body yiga nigirachikunya ko bakego kora mirimo yabo asenchira yekene no bwasyoku echine chibicha mase mukuru asegeti kya Gusii Stadium asomo yigo yobo gotianigwa kwa babire babete bagwetigwa amone bunge ye county assembly ya Kisii Konyaka bage kwa nikigwa ase ensemeyo ogenderata segeti kya Gusii Stadium. Right umuntu muri atokwirana ase ensemo yende litko lya rero nigo gati abajumbe banyako bakumirana amone ensemeli ya ushanga initiative nenchira ya moyo guchi yakubwatirana konengana amo ne wizara yechigosoli nabo igo nege korokoro essence ya Kenya nigo umurike butamba se wizara yo abereka ukwanera igoro yo kwane kinga guchibari kubwatirana mona abajumbe nabo igo enseme ya ushanga initiative nenchira ya moyo gukine
are not gained. And you know, in this sector, the Gen Zs, honestly, it is, we look at what we will be able to do. Because jobs are not coming any sooner. Allow IMF to try the youth assurance. As Honorable Sia, that we remain the way we are, because we look at what we can.
I've noted that you are looking at expanding Ushanga to 3 more counties. So it will be important for us to know which additional counties are we talking about.
Remember, we actually started with the 7 counties as a pilot. But here, honorable members, there is renewed hope. From the notes that both the cabinet minister and I think the peers have read, we are transitioning Ushanga into an entity as a social enterprise. So it will not just be focusing on the other 10 counties, but as long as you actually do any artifacts. And remember, we are dealing with things that are done by hand.
Are you also talking of woody carvings, or is only the beads? Because when you talk about artifacts, is a very general word that encompasses quite a number of products that are produced by hand. And when you talk of, like for example, this I'm talking about Machakos County, it's not because they come from there, but in principle, even historically, if you talk of artifacts, they come from Mukambani. Yes. And no single county from Mukambani is included in Ushanga.
Honorable Chair, yes. I have said we have renewed hope that Ushanga is going to be a social enterprise. So the other artifacts are also going to be included.
In the entire budget, we have not seen any budget to initiate that social enterprise. You definitely need a budget to initiate that. There is nothing.
I was also going through the annexure there from 2014 to 2022, which is showing the pending bills which have not been paid from all that time up to 2022.
If you look at pending bills dating 2015, 2016, 2014, are we really doing justice to those young enterprises?
I'm trying just to put myself in the shoes of the suppliers from 2014, 2015. So when we intend to pay them, will you include interest when you are paying them?
What it means if you delay, if you are not paying them with interest, you are actually saying that person should just wind up the business. And I don't think that is what the government wants to do. You have indicated that these pending bills went for verification. From where I sit, first of all, have they been verified? Because you can only start to pay what has been verified.
The verification vetting committee is still out, and we have not yet been given a consolidated go-ahead. So as we wait, then probably we will definitely start with the earlier ones as put forward by the concerns of the honorable members.
And as late as earlier this year, the committee is still in touch with the minister asking for more documentation so that they give us a feedback and the way forward on which one are payables and which one are not payable.
Right, mwanche bura tukwirana asense mwendo mugabana bwe county Nyamira muske amuske mamya libo litukuri goroni gekana tebo siyo bwe committee ye bunge ye senate ye kuligiria tsemi asabere ka utamna ni serikali ye county Nyamira agenda tukobeke mirobaliyo yogo cheo kinia ebirengo via amasomo asense ya ECDE wetera asomo waziri wisemya se county Nyamira umuske emilungaga ni gabere ka utamna nigo ebirengo via ECD korwa asense migende tukina ase county Nyamira na niko bara tukobeke mirobali sene yogo cheo kinia ebirengo via masomo ase county yukolende nikoto kwenda asensemelia ye committee ye bunge ye senate kuligira tsemi toigwe ekiabete kwendera.
Yes, Senator Muma, on sanitation facilities, yes, we have taken note. The county government has taken a multi-sectoral approach whereby my department is working together with the Department of Environment and Water, Department of Health. That's why we have Dr. Mugoi right there. And we have taken note about the issue of wash facilities. Currently, we have a tap where the children, a tap that has also soap, where the children wash their hands. But I agree with what you have said, Senator, that we need to have specific wash facilities for our young learners, which is what we are implementing right now. We have a total cost of 197.45 million for the ECD teachers. And on the calculation on the implementation of the circular of September 2024, we will, the county government will spend 380.1 million. That's an incremental cost of around 182.7 million share.
Laws, regulations that are guiding within the employment sector.
Yes.
Are you going to pay the unpaid? So you should be telling us you have a pending bill because you have not implemented that circular. I hope you understand that you are subject to the employment laws, you are subject to the Constitution of Kenya. Those are public servants. Their labor rights do not get implemented at the whims of what the cabinet of Nyamira decides.
Looking at that incremental cost share that I have shared, that it is 182 million as an incremental cost. It is not a small cost. So therefore, as the county government, we are progressively improving on, first of all, our own source revenue, so that we will be able to implement this circular. And Chair, we have the 897 ECD teachers that thus when we implement, we must implement for all of them, because it will not be fair to have some teachers doing the same job as others, while some are on a higher salary than others.
The issue we have is that even money for ECD was never devolved. So trying to provide meals with the 10 o'clock and lunch, it means the parents must contribute.
Yeah, maybe just
on the meals. I think that is at 1.4, yeah? The meals program. I saw you launched some, is it Uji? You call it Uji was CS?
45 porridge, yes.
Porridge, yeah? Yeah, there was a national policy on health and nutrition for young children, I think 2018, yeah? And it says pre-primary schools shall provide children with a mid-morning meal, that is a snack, in bracket, yeah?
But we have been doing public participation. We did public participation the last 2 weeks. We had to wait for the schools to open so that then we could engage the head teachers. And the reason why, Senator, we are asking the parents to make a contribution, because it is a very expensive program, and for purposes of ownership and sustainability of the program, we did benchmark in most of these counties that are doing the school feeding program, and we did see that parents either contribute in kind in terms of bringing the grain, they contribute in terms of cooking the porridge, or in terms of cash, a little cash, so that the program is sustainable. So we want it to be a program that is owned by all parties. So we are not yet charging, that was your question, because the program is not yet begun. That was just a public participation that we did, and we did that suggestion, therefore we are still getting feedback.
Right, Sensema kabere ye studio mutumoko okabere moke igonkwira na mangi togenda kunyakabato kubwate kurwa ase county ito ya Kisii, county ya Nyamira wike county ya Nairobi chinga kyabali kibaito ba mangana maya bagenda tukobike kambi nabo igoni chikonya kabangu kumanya amangi agenda tukwana kigwa na mono kubwatkana amono gotiani gwa kwa balia babete bago choro gutia kaba umunyakero nabo igomuliki bwe nsemelia public service board muyego yo agenda kunyakaba kwa kigwa go sokorekanile asegeti kyagusi stadium chinga kimuliki ito brand sagini sena abegete kambi asenseme yo na Uchirko nyora onsi abirga kone kigwa asenchira yabene to kwanda sensema kabere studio komoke gonkwirana na Ayatoikeire litukeliga lie Jumatano toskare
Eye Kisii TV amandegere yumugusi Eye Kisii TV amandegere yumugusi
Shule ya Excel Elementary Comprehensive and Junior School ni shule inayopatikana katika Burabu Ward, Kenyenya Sub-County, mita 100 tu kabla ufike junction ya kwenda Nyamache kwenye njia ya kutoka Mogonga kwenda Kilgoris. Hii ni shule ya bweni pamoja na kutwa. Excel Elementary School inafundisha masomo mengi yakiwemo masomo ya ishara, yani sign language, computer studies, French pamoja na mahabara ya kujifundisha masomo ya sayansi. Shule hii pia iko na madarasa ya JSS yani grade 7, 8 na 9 ambapo wanafunzi wanafundishwa masomo ya kiwango cha hali ya juu na kujiandaa kuingia mfumo wa senior secondary school kwenye grade 10, 11 na 12. Wanafunzi pia hupata nafasi mura kabisa kwenye michezo mbalimbali ikiwemo mpira wa miguu, yani football, handball, volleyball na zingine nyingi. Wanafunzi wa chekechea yani ECDE pia wako na madarasa yao ambayo yamepambwa vizuri ili kuvutia wanafunzi. Excel Elementary School pia ina maktaba ya kisasa ambapo vitabu vya shule hutunzwa. Shule hii pia ina uchukuzi wa wanafunzi wa mchana kutwa yani day scholars ambao huletwa na kurudishwa kwa nyumbani baada ya masomo ya siku.
I'm Silas Lumiti, the principal Excel Elementary School and Junior School. We urge our parents out there, all the new learners who are willing to join our school, welcome to Excel. Excel is a CBC compliant. We are the giants and we're the best school around. So all the people who are willing to get good education, good for their kids, better education services, welcome to Excel. We are located along the Kisii-Kilgoris route between Magena and Mogonga at Nyamali Junction.
Excel Elementary School, soaring to excellence.
Eye Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Enyagitari ya HK International Medical Center nige gotoka imyomo cyobosongo nigo yakira sengencho yao nabo igo nige bwate abanyagitari bo bwato bomanyi bwigoro kegima abo bakora merimo yabo keboikeranu.
Incheno manyagitari irini kemma obanyi korwa senyagitari ya HK International Medical Center irega igo mochito bosongo.
Boigo enyagitari ya nige bwate chi machines chingiya echichigo tumeka koringoria maroire ao asomobero na mariogo onsi alioraganye ase obobwene bwao
nabonta getogotanga senyagitari ya itoni gotogokara scanning yo mobero mogima yani tokonyoroka so munu bweke songo nga full body check up igonta getogotanga nigo tokorigereri korwa so motwe paka maguru ise twarigerere the internal organs cha uchons pina kichigo function tokonyora chiri cha cell function abnormal twako amariogo
amaroire bakorwaria ngamona diabetes gose oboroire bwe sukari, high blood pressure, oboroire bwe chinyigo gose kidney, asthma, arthritis, brucellosis, infertility in men and women, hormonal imbalance, family planning, uterine fibroids, oboroire bwe stroke, prostate enlargement, stomach ulcers, chi allergies, cancer.
Nonye no mochando bwa maino amaina ali yako na gusumbu nto bwata mariogo ya maino nto bwata maro mariogo ya marwaire yemeki emeki eri tichete emeki ngo tichere ya chikore nto bokongwa senkoro igonga maro mariogo ali yago tichore emeki gusako igore emeki yagera manyinga atarabu nto nyabwate nto bwata mariogo ali yago akorusia machando yechi joint chiri chikobuga borwaire bolito korokanga osteoporosis na boro buno borwaire bochandeta abantu baito na boro bwa mariogo na aroro nkorigereri tole nonye na mangana respiratory system abantu barokonyora egekuba kiabo takonyara gutire getiro
epilepsy na boigo amaroire andamange
na inda mariogo ya nigo tokonyarusia ase chinse cheisikobu na bono USA mariogo na ari tokorusia stokoroka Los Angeles California eyere in USA na inde nkorustora mariogo anda ase chinse chiritorokanga Malaysia ayande nkorware India na ayande nigo tokonyarusi China
asa mange bakeresimi ase number 0717176383 HK International Medical Center. Your health is your wealth.
Eye Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Kisii Impact Institute of Science and Technology nigo bakorera bunamba bwate intake chikosi chikobwatia ase kiwango gya diploma amona certificate pre-operative theater technology yani surgery, health support yani nurse aid, social work and community development, community health, counseling psychology, information and communication technology, computerized secretarial studies, human resource management, journalism and mass media, hairdressing and beauty therapy, dressmaking, electrical engineering, automotive engineering, electronics na computer operator. Boigomba bwate short courses buna computer packages, graphic design, music production, accounting packages, German language amon nechinde chinyinge. Nigo bwate abalimu bwate bumanyi bwaigoro eliko ikirani kugani kwao abwo bari approved na TVET. Nigo bakonyorera bagari attachment na konyora emirimo yani job placement. Nigo bakutoka Kisii Town asamaga cha Twin Towers 8th floor asebaraya Kisii Migori Highway. Asamange bakirisimia se number 0705 773 142 wase 0784 663 693. Kisii Impact Institute of Science and Technology. We shape your future.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Toolmania ni msambazaji halali na aliyeidhinishwa wa kampuni ya Inco ambayo imekubalika katika utengenezaji wa vifaa mbalimbali vya ufundi, ukulima miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Vile wanauza power tools kama router, spray gun, planner na jigsaw, cordless tools kama drills, grinders, vacuum cleaner, chainsaw na circular miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Measuring tools kama vile tape measure, digital meters na zingine nyingi pia zinapatikana. Pia wana power tools accessories kama drill bits, cutting disc, marble cutter, tile cutter miongoni mwa zingine nyingi. Pia wana hand tools kama spanners, screwdrivers, hacksaw, point brush, testers na handsaws. Pia wana gardening tools kama wheelbarrows, lawn mower, grass cutter, pangas, hedge shears miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Generators, gloves, safety boots, welding tools na pressure washers zinapatikana katika duka hili. Wanapatikana katika mji wa Kisii, Kiangoso Building kando na hospitali ya KTRH. Watakuwa na free giveaways katika bidhaa mbalimbali tarehe 26 mwezi huu wa 5. Kwa mengi zaidi unaweza pia kufikia kupitia nambari ya simu 0105728030. Bidhaa hizi zitauzwa kwa bei ya chini kabisa tarehe 26 mwezi wa 5 ambapo pia mteja atapata free giveaways.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi. Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Marine Dental Clinic ne clinic ye kurgeria maino akigiatire imiorogongo rwa Gusii ekikigutoka ase nyumba ya Gusii Mwalimu Plaza emyomo Chobosongo. Igo bakurgeria maino na boigo baruo bosemia ase boigo baguichuria maina ali agogete bayerongia na koenekianga nkoyasibe barekegima boigo nkurusia bara maino ali abwato mochando egatio bokorire bondo bonge bwa maino. Igo bakoigora korwari tukorira ria Jumatatu goika esabato na boigo ngwanchira bare chikad chionsi chobobwenya asamange bakire simi wetrase number 0782116685. Marine Dental Clinic, restoring healthy smiles.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi. Ine noganeti koraria ebiasara biao emiga gose koraria kugo kwagwetera Kisii TV gose noganeti tugakire chibicha gose kubwata chi video chimeyega buna amatanga chinyange chi birthday baby showers chi anniversary gose video shooting ya matera ne chingero chionse amona live streaming yemeyega yao twakire esimi boigo na bogotarira chiabisi chito cha Kisii TV echo chire ensemo ya nyanchwa enchira ikorwe skuru ya Naps gotira gochia Ekerore kogoika Olive Grove Avenue soa ime nigo torege itagia kabere korwa ebara. Kisii TV nero omusanio ase biasara. Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Full discount shop neduka embo kegima nende eremerime ya Gusii egokoneria bintu ao nande aserigoririo mwananchi kawaida. Mbabwate gosenkone bali chimashini choko yingira ase bali bagochaka biasara b'ikinyonzi blow dry ase bali abakwegore biasara b'i salon phone accessories una chichaja gatiye binde binge type chonzi chinde koda abu asura nyole chi aerial na bago chi dish waigomba bwate chi laptop wasabana beskuru ne choko tumeka nabantabane na asemermo ao chi water dispenser, chi fridge, chi type chonsi chi chufa, chi TV chi inch chi PlayStation, amakondo amone chi PA system asibali bakwigora chi kanisa, chi CCTV, chi gas cookers, chi solar panels ne chi battery, electrical wires amona wiring equipment chinde, chi camera, chi remote, chi kettle, chi fan, chi inverter, chi calculator, chi oven, chi extensions kati ye bintu binde binge. Eriyo kwenyolere bintu ebi byekerero nanda samagole mu buko batalelero asomo cy'obusungo asamaga cyo St Jude mbarabare gose opposite Jua Kali enchira rigeretie main stage. Usobakere simi ase number 0711 165 947.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi. Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
This May, the stage is set, the mic is on and the search begins. From raw vocals to big talent, the search is on for Africa's next hit maker. Next Superstar is here. Premiering May 3rd exclusively on Rainbow TV+. Buy a DTT StarTimes decoder for only 1,399 bob or a DTH for 3,199 shillings to enjoy unlimited entertainment. Join judges Size 8, King Kaka, Motive, hosted by Amina and Butita on Next Superstar. Renew your subscription on DTH Smart Bouquet or DTT Basic Bouquet to enjoy unlimited entertainment. StarTimes, enjoy digital life.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Toolmania ni msambazaji halali na aliyeidhinishwa wa kampuni ya Inco ambayo imekubalika katika utengenezaji wa vifaa mbalimbali vya ufundi, ukulima miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Vile wanauza power tools kama router, spray gun, planner na jigsaw, cordless tools kama drills, grinders, vacuum cleaner, chainsaw na circular miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Measuring tools kama vile tape measure, digital meters na zingine nyingi pia zinapatikana. Pia wana power tools accessories kama drill bits, cutting disc, marble cutter, tile cutter miongoni mwa zingine nyingi. Pia wana hand tools kama spanners, screwdrivers, hacksaw, point brush, testers na handsaws. Pia wana gardening tools kama wheelbarrows, lawn mower, grass cutter, pangas, hedge shears miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Generators, gloves, safety boots, welding tools na pressure washers zinapatikana katika duka hili. Wanapatikana katika mji wa Kisii, Kiangoso Building kando na hospitali ya KTRH. watakuwa na free giveaways katika bidhaa mbalimbali tarehe 26 mwezi huu wa 5. Kwa mengi zaidi unaweza pia kufikia kupitia nambari ya simu 0105728030. Bidhaa hizi zitauzwa kwa bei ya chini kabisa tarehe 26 mwezi wa 5, ambapo pia mteja atapata free giveaways.
CCTV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Right, mwanchi muri akalibu naenda senseme iga ya gatatu ne mwelio Ayatoikeire kurwa ase chinsemo a nyakabango kumanya anemono chinga kitokwira na senseme ligetikia ku stadium nigo imambia lero bali babiri babete bagochoro gukia gutenera enseme ya Public Service Board munyakirugo nabo igo omurikyoe nigo banyakabagutia nigwa ase getikia ku stadium abastokana tuguchinkwana chegati ya abarai omo MC okisi Central Mosque munyeyoge niga berga kumuganiria amaya chinga ki omurai bwa bake ase bunge oyole bogo mo MC wodi ya marani muskedeni nzombachi babiri bawutemna niko barachikogendera gukora emirimo amona abayiga bonsi banyakabawutionigwa ukiye gutenera ensemble ya Public Service Board.
Gavana wetu Paul Simba Arati komana alituahidi uno manyalibali na ametimiza. Ya pili, congratulations bwana chair, sasa wewe ni chairman. Tulikuwa tunakuita pale principal, hiyo yote tutachanganya, lakini ya kwanza ni chairman. Bwana chairman Haron Maosa namjua ni mtu mkakamavu, mwenye nguvu na amefanya kazi nzuri. Sasa ninakuomba ile kazi nzuri umekuwa ukifanya utufanyie kwa kaunti yetu ya Kisii bila ubaguzi na bila mapendeleo, na ninajua unaweza. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Our governor and the entire staff for the wonderful work and the wonderful gesture, the good work they have done, all the committees that met and felt that our brother Maosa is suitable for this seat. We want to thank you and thank you and thank you. We are here, number 3, to confirm as principals and as teachers that you picked on the right person. We are here as witnesses. Brother Maosa has done great work to this country. He has in the past served as teacher and principal of a wonderful institution. He left it in safe hands, that is Keroka.
Ntule na moko kolera majelibali. Ntule na moko. Ile teknolojia ndoka hivi. Nitamani kabisa, kwanza kabisa nataka kuchukua fursa hii ya kumpa gavana wetu kurudishia sisi kiti yetu ya service board. Na akatupa ile kiti mwenzetu Monde alitoka tena akaturudishia. Sisi kama ni mtu mzuri. Kama nataka mondomia. Mr. Maosa sisi tutakusaidia. Na wewe ni mzee umekomaa. Na wewe mtu umesoma, vile principal wa Nyabulu amesema, unajua sisi watu wengine hatukwenda mbali sana. Tulienda hii klasi ya chini kidogo, lakini sasa wewe uko klasi ya juu. Kwa hivyo huyu mtu amechaguliwa atasaidia kaunti yetu. Na mheshimiwa gavana, ukiongea na mheshimiwa deputy gavana, ukiongea na gavana, mwambie Wanyalibali tuko nyuma yake kabisa, tutamsaidia 2027 kama Mungu akitufikisha huko. Kwa sababu ametufanyia mazuri. Ametufanyia mazuri. Ida na wewe ni kijana mzuri na tuendeza vizuri. Hata mimi nilikuwa nataka hii kiti lakini kizuri kanikoroga kidogo. Tunaona sasa wewe waje tukue, lakini mimi naendelea kuambia hao twende njia hii. Panapo wasee kweli neno linaharibika. Haiwezi kuharibika kama mwenyewe hapo. Kwa hiyo thank you very much. Thank you chair service board, tutakusaidia. Asante.
Chinga kia gani tukani kigwa kurwa senseme ibo igo litukulia lero nigo mwaziri o Gender and Culture Arts ase ya Kenya nyakubo na bosio bwe ebunge ya senate rukwandra mangana mange arengete wizari ya gender okwana chinga kecho ni gabirga kulira yo gucheko enda kubatana mune serikali mune nchiremo yo gucheko kini enseme yo kiuchumi
to basically do undertake projects that are more viable, that will give them profit. So that's what we just want to ask her to maybe focus and go to the use the officers on the ground to assist our women groups so that they can be empowered. Honorable Speaker, also maybe as a government they need to look at the Women Enterprise Fund and the Youth Enterprise Fund and the ASLA Fund. Is it possible, maybe at some stage, maybe it's good to merge them together into one serious empowerment fund to assist the youth and the women and the BWDs? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for again giving me a chance to clarify, especially on the questions that have been asked earlier. So Senator Veronica asked about the issue of funding. To be able to reach many women, we require the funds. And that is the challenge that is there, considering that the amount of money that had been given earlier, most of it has not been repaid back, and it was supposed to be a revolving fund. However, if subject to availability of funds, we shall be able to lend to as many groups as possible. Because you just require a group of 10 members, and they don't require any security. The security is the chiefs, and then the local leadership. These are people who know each other. So there is no security that is required. Senator Madzayo, we have a department of market linkages, and we are working to ensure that our women products reach the markets. And definitely, as a ministry, we are looking at an all-government approach. So it does this Women Enterprise Fund is not working in isolation. We work with the other ministries to ensure that we make use of the already existing structures. Senator Abbas asked about the sensitization of the women. We have the fund operators who are on the ground sensitizing the women on how to access this credit. And we use all the same local administration to pass the information, because that is where these women are. So we work with them to ensure that they, in their normal meetings or in the local administration, women are sensitized on the need to borrow so that they can also access funds for purposes of running their businesses.
Mwanchi murachinga kiagane tukana kigwa kurwa senseme yo kubatkana amuno bikore byobo ibigwichi wa chesti mane mono kurwa asenseme ri wodi ya gesima bunge yabo gitutu bwa masaba account ya Nyamira nikigati amenyi kurwa senseme yo bagenderete kubuli company ya Kenya Power kweso kiminenchire mo yo guchia kubakonya abago kurwe kuregetin guchese bali bonse barachikunya kabagutokana bakora obo ibigwichi wa chesti mane go barachikumukirwa egitambo kiregetindi kirichiko
Amatuko amakekegema aetire magayo mugako yo mu bimyaka yegatwa gusiruguma bwaye ari kinsemo cya Simbauti ebunge ya Burabu kubwatakana no gocheza n'ikigwaya cyestima nigege korekega kyarorekanire gotareto bwo bonde bwensi chingaki asekenyuru Kenya byose babukera emuichano monene chingaki banyoranga kigwaya cyestima nigo cyabutoretuo obotuko bwo kerero Gento kiabaire obwo bonene na inde bayichanire na kolera serikali na bakoli ba Kenya Power
Kenya byose inche gambwa togo ichana kobwatikane yabeire ntude konya kwerere ruboire lero babutoire murere bono mambikise niche bagocha kubutora rigoti Kenya Power mwabire mukuri sub contract abantu abamoko ya sub contract na bunande bagotuma abantu bacha kubutora bachikwagia ali yo kubachibese kirego na aboririe serikali na aboririe na community policy kamoranche ligere limono sana nkumisa muri awananchi abande mbarwarete mbabwati ngoko nuyo mintateba ngakibono torakorere ndo tukini economy ya seitaiga umuriro gojicha okonyekera omuntu norenche na yo na apply to gochambwa to bwoba
goswagati na koranga babaretero bokonyi ase oburabu boiga konyora basemeirie bagukwana na KCTV niga bamenyi borogongoro igarwanya byosi baereire egekore kega kyogo ichania chinga kibate birengani gaba bigwa baiga bani achorete chinga kiba umerete
ya byosi igotore asakorukwa mukwerero ya byosi tu igoto ichanete ekiagera igomagenderero gachita tukareterwa umuriro maende bono gotu bachakire gochokora igotukumeti bono kumuranje Kenya Power mutago tokonya ekiagera nigotwa misiri ebinte binge ekiagera umuriro igobwata magenderero umuriro noro kugera kero twa chaji kisimi nakira abana basogosoma bono igotwa beira asomusunte kumuranje serikali tokonye tororera mabira naende inchwa murigereri morora maende ntubwato bakong ase binyorebi igorende nabaiga ntogenda to koro uchunguzi moto bwate sie moto tiga biamono
chinga kechecho nigo bamenyi borogongoro iga baburira bokonyi kurwase company ya Kenya Power na kubasaba kurigereria abanyakonda babo baria bagokora emeremo ase binyorogoeta elio kobeko borendi ase nsemo yechiwaye chestima na kororanga abantu mbabwate oborendi boisaine eri bakonyeke gwetera ase oborabo boiga
igo tori no moichano monene ase ng'encho toibiri chigwaya chiomorero kirengaki mbe bachusi bona nkeri yakoreka ntiri tukoria mogoroba chisaine ekero oyo minto bare korwesa baria bakanyora abantu bakonacha chigwaya bagatama ekero banyara gutama bagatutura tukaboka bakanyora mwana sukunyuma no bana chire gwaya bakaire gwaya yema ya neutral nechigwaya chinde ibere bakanacha ekero bono twaminyoka twata bakanyara gutama bagachitigase nechigwaya echo no tubwata tuchandegete emerero bairire Kenya Power igo twari kubaburia tweibirwe twarikire chombi omugambi namanyete bona ekero babeto bagutama nigo twa omugambi omwakerete simi omugambi najete akamenya gotebaga gacha chigwaya echo na chechi muna mochiroje tochibwataiga na chechi togachete bona togosaba Kenya Power gaki motorra mabira obwo betwanyorire n'abantu bari moete contract nabo banyarire bakoba tukagerete ndoraba bwatara kitukagete na bwa babeire ababe mono mware gwanja ko mware korushi sub contract eji mobe ni mweka banyene mogo kolega sia Kenya Power nigo to nyarite bairire ndobwatu ababwata mariogo babwete fridge ngokubare oyo uri guturage bicucu ngokubona tariko kolega sia gaki twago saba Kenya Power motargo tora mabira aiga no korera tokorera kurwaiga muna bagaga tukuwi
kuripotera KCTV kurwase kenyoro Kenya byose wodi ya gesima boge tutu masabimi county ya Nyamira inche Freddy Agari
Right mwancho mura tokwera na asense mwende litukore goroni go mugabana bwe county ya Trans Nzoia muske George natembea beteka kubota kwa amone bondi shilingi emilion mugose cash bill shilingi chiribu chimi isano korengana amon haba wakili bae ni go bagotamna ni go muske natembea atabu atemocho andonsin kolende ni gabeteka kuigururwa kogendanka na boigo ebitango mbiro byabegetwe anamono ugataso asabisi yae asamat ko agoetania M50 mo kwene kinga ngochiale gukora imirimo yae isiko ya abisi ye county ya Trans Nzoia
shillings 1,127,900 from Mercy Chelagat, the director of Lima Agro Science Limited and the proprietor of Myra Stores, the beneficial owner of Easterly Wheels Limited, which traded with the county government of Trans Nzoia. Is it true or not true?
Not true.
The payment made by public government of Trans Nzoia to Lima Agro Science Limited, Maira Stores and Easterly Links Limited in conflict of your public.
Your Honor, I the petition to propose the elections we believe that because we oppose bail, and bail being ordinarily a right, then it is has to go first in an application to oppose bail. Then we take the court through the affidavit, the functional matrix. Then we take the court through the affidavit, the functional matrix. Allow me to take the court through the legal matrix. And I'll start by indicating that the law on bail is almost application in
Right umwanje muri atokwirana asensemeli county ya Nyamira nigo egati ye ebiombe korwa asensemeli bunge akitutu masaba bigendete gokonyeka inse yo buraibwa mujumbe bwenseme yumuske klaifumba negisairo gokwana chinga kechiwe gati ebiombe bigabya konyegete nigo babirba kokera igetambo kirekeiga na kumwakira ngambya mono muske gisairo asoko enekinga abera so mustari busigosira ebiombe
urwase wodi ya gisima bugetutu masabe county ya Nyamira abwase byombe abyekirana asokubwato ko gwegice kikurwase kiganje ke Uwezo Fund kikerense y'uburayi mu jumbo bogetutu masabo muske Clive Ombane gisairo nase bano bayirari bagana baro kumwakira ngambiye mu mujumba asemere memiya na kumusabira agendere bosyo kinga kibalire iranga niko bara chikokoromokia elibaranga bekonyire ko itarase kiganje kiga bago kwana na KCTV abarayi batenete byombe biga niko bamotogiriyo muske Clive Ombane gisairo kinga kibatebire ngemirimo yaye nigeremiya na kumusabira ali bosyo asegasiyaye
nanjina Marieta ne Paul Manonya kundi igonde munya kerobo we kiombe kya manyabomo pati boka kere kiombe kya mokyabase kere mata ose kere hambrera ye kiombe ke urugo manyabomo ikuruma ibire byombe bibere asekyamo tobe no mugokonyole cheki kurwaso musime ekiri bwa misini eyarabe gotokonya so kwegenda lintu apply lakini akolire byase njogota ya anate zote longa kuchagira sto kwenda kutogenderere tokoromo kitotumia sera tusuke egera na intuira nikibese icho na nikimentwe atomente kimabaga no kigano ni million ega itokonya soko yenda bune kenyoro gatu amakiri ngambia mono asenjo kweruka tule na gatu echeki gatu tumeshukuru sana n'abanyakiombe bonse asobwamo
Chinga kicheche nigo mmoliki omonene kuruwa sekiganje ke Uwezo Fund omweno Gideon ababoliriye abanyakiombe gokoromokia kubanyorere kibese kigago kibeka asemeremo eliyo bakirani asobwango eliko kinna kurekerenge kamogo kende na konyorobo konye bora abakonye kwegenderia asebyombe byabo
mwesimiwa nto cyagite kiombeke kyabero mwaka oyomo nigo twawusa abanyasamo konye atomusaba atoe nonye ne chiamanto ganitie mbono togochaka atoe chiama na inde no nubutu yatokonya sense mo yogotiga ko mukia banginaba no na so gochaka chingoko nebintu binwa mebyo ebina turaganya tokonya sikintu kwegenderia
Chinga kecheche nigo mweno aene kiringa ekerenga neganga yo mujumbe no koranga chiwodi chozi chiriboge tutu masaba kurwase wodi ya gisima wodi ya gachuba na boigo ne wodi yerigoma bonsi banyorobo konyi kurwase kiganje kiga na boigo nonye na bantoli babwato bolema baikerenirwe amagani yabo
ndetega asinyoto wachinguru to embago bune community atonyo sabanya samo konye ikiara na ndora konyira magina ngo tawale mosibo na bara konya sana no arama na intwe chingo konchiro na bona twate we seminar kanga chingo chigotuwa igo amana ina maya tigeru kigima na tuturuete na erato ikange asinjo komenta bogendo mono twate bange nga chibesechi no echikoragana nga chire chinke ntuto chikorero mukia to babege ni asichire tujirani na inda to mente mono ato asoko gale ato enda ko kinani na abanyakiombe na abangina aseguru begendretega amone group yonse ya community twate bimbi yama
bona gingo ripotera KCTV kurwa se ewodi ya gisima bogetutu masabi ya county ya Nyamira inche Freddy Agari
Chinga kia ganda tukana kigwa kurwa senseme yo nigo muraiwe kiama kia ODM muskereira Murodinga aberga kuboria abakenya kwandi kingo kibare ko muachinga kinyororo umuwaziri wechibesa muske jombadi go chia okore mirimo ya asintere gwendate asaberga watamna nigabo atokwegena amo no muske mbadi aso kwandi kinga budget yo mwaka wiga o 2025 2026 nigera chikoba anyororo wechiase abakenya
Minister for Finance, his budget will be read in Parliament this year, next month in June. So judge him, give him time. It's not like instant coffee that you brew and drink at the same time. It takes time. So give them time and you will see a difference. Let somebody come out with his budget and you see. You see, for example, that this housing loan, this housing levy people are paying is going to be converted into an investment so that if you don't get a house, you can be entitled to a refund in the future. So please give ODM time to show you how we can do it.
385 billion shillings, for example, is sent to counties as equitable share. But what projects do you see around our counties? What expenditures go towards our counties? And maybe what we might want to do is not necessarily disregard the NGCDF, but borrow the NGCDF model to how counties do their budgets. Because you find out of the total allocation for NGCDF, only 4% goes on administration.
Right, umoncho muri ni gatiaria togenda kunyakaba tu kwariganiria sensemelia chikoraga chinsa isa na bere cyabo no mugaso kinga kyabari kibaito bamangana magiya bagenda tukobeke kambi achinsemo onyuranga boigo togenda kunyakaba to kubwati alliance yagenda tukane kiwa kinga cyumugabana bwe county ya Nakuru musuba Susan Kihika abereka wikirana bosyo bwe ebunge ye senate likunyakaba kulingolirwa na kwanda mangana mange sana alengete ebunge eguse county ya Nakuru toskale.
KCTV amandegere y'umuguzi. KCTV amandegere y'umuguzi.